Hello students, welcome to my next video. Here we will be discussing on the third test for the large samples. Let us see what is that. This is the test of difference of properties or attributes that you can consider for two different samples. Okay, so let us consider the P1 and P2 be the sample proportions in respect of some particular attribute that corresponding to have some sample size of n1 and n2. Okay, so we have two populations 1 and 2. Okay, and we have selected a sample of size n1 from the first and n2 from the second population, and let us assume P1 and P2 are the sample proportions of a particular attribute. Okay, a particular attribute of both of these samples taken from the first and the second population. Understood? Now let us see what is the test statistic here. So we wish to test that the null hypothesis, that is H naught, which says that there is no difference between the population with regard to the considered attribute. With regard to the considered attribute from both the populations, the difference is not there. It is the same. That is what will be the base statement, that is our null hypothesis. And of course, alternate hypothesis is there is difference. Understood? Alright. Now the test statistic or the formula here, what we are going to use is given by Z is equal to P1 minus P2 divided by under root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. But what is P here? Capital P is given by the proportions N1 P1 plus N2 P2, the whole divided by N1 plus N2. And we always know P and Q should add up to give you 1. Therefore, Q here is equal to, we can find P using this formula, but Q is obtained by considering 1 minus P. Okay, so using this formula, we can get the value of Z. And here we adopt the same procedure for testing the null hypothesis by using the either the one-tailed or two-tailed tests depending on the given situation. If both the ends are open, then we go with the two-tailed test, and if only one end is open either towards the right or the left side, then we are going to do it with, as a one-tailed test. Understood? So of course the critical values will be the same what we have discussed from the previous tables. Alright, so let us go ahead and see a problem based on this particular type. So let us see the problem based on this difference of properties based on an attribute. Okay, the question says one type of aircraft is found to develop engine trouble in 5 flights out of totally 100. Okay, there are totally 100, and out of 100, 5 flights might develop a trouble in the engine, and another type in 7 flights out of 200 flights. For the second type, we have totally 200 types, but the probability of finding a trouble in the engine is only 7 out of 200. Okay, so the question says, is there any significant difference in the two types of aircrafts so far as engine defects are concerned? If you are talking about the engine defects and want to check the efficiency of these two aircrafts, these two types of aircrafts based on that. So that is one of the attributes which we are going to consider here. And let us see, based on these probability values, we are going to substitute in the formula. Now let us assume P1 and P2 be the proportion of the defects in the two types. So what is the probability in the first case? 5 out of 100. That's what they have given here. 5 flights out of 100 might develop a difficulty. So 5 out of 100, the probability here is going to be 0.05. Similarly, in the second type, it is 7 out of 200. So here also the probability will be 0.0375. So this is P2. Understood? Now, what is a null hypothesis? The null hypothesis says that there is no significant difference between the two types of aircrafts. The performance in terms of the engine efficiency of both the types of aircrafts is maximum the same. That is what is the null hypothesis means. Okay. Now, let us see the combined proportion P. We have to find the combined proportion, then only you can substitute here in the formula. In the denominator, the P here is nothing but the combined proportion and Q is 1 minus P. So, to get the P value here, first we need to find it. How do you find it? P is equal to P1 plus P2 divided by 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. N1 is P1 plus P2 divided by N1 plus N2. That is what we have applied here. So, that is 5 plus 7 divided by 100 plus 200. So, the combined proportion in this case is going to be 0.04. Therefore, what is Q? Q is equal to 1 minus P, that is 0.96. Okay. Now, consider the test static, substitute the values here. So, we have Z is equal to P1 minus P2 divided by under root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. N1 and N2 are the sample sizes. So, you can consider 100 is the first sample size and 200 is the second sample size. Okay. And P1 and P2 values we already know, and capital P and Q values we just found it here. Okay. Plug in all the values along with N1 and N2. Simplify, we are getting this Z value as 0.625, and you can see 0.625 is less than 1.96, that is the two-tailed test value. Also, it is less than 2.58, which is the two-tailed test critical value at 1% level of significance. And of course, in this case, we are supposed to perform a two-tailed test, not a one-tailed test, because the difference is there is no significant difference is the base statement. So, the difference is a significant. That means it either the performance of the first one is greater than the second, or performance of the second one is greater than the first. So, it can be both the ways, hence it is open from both the ends of the normal curve. Therefore, you need to consider the two-tailed test critical values. Understood? So, comparing with the two-tailed test critical values, our Z calculated here is 0.625, which is much more less than those two. Hence, we say that the null hypothesis here in this case is accepted under both the levels of significance, that is 1% as well as 5%. Understood? So, this is how we can apply the test static to find the difference between the properties with respect to one attribute. Let us quickly see one more as well, one more example. So, the question says random sample of 1000 engineering students of a city A and 800 from city B were taken. Okay. So, the sample size, the first sample size is 1000 and second sample size is 800. Got it? Next, we have it was found that 400 students in each of the sample were from payment quota. Okay, only 400 from each of them were from payment quota, and rest of them are from through the government quota. So, in the first case, what will be the probability P1? So, it is going to be 400 out of 1000, and in the second case is going to be 400 out of 800, 400 out of 800. So, you can find the values. In the first case it is 0.4 and the second one is 0.5. Finding the combined proportion P, which is given by N1 P1 plus N2 P2 the whole divided by N1 plus N2. So, you need to multiply here and then add, we get 4 by 9 is the combined proportion. Hence Q is equal to 1 minus P, which is going to be 5 by 9. Go substitute all the values in our test static here. Z, which is given by P1 minus P2 divided by under root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. Then simplify, we get Z is 4.243. What is the value of Z here? 4.243. And we have the critical values here are Z is 1.96 under 5% level of significance and 2.58 under the 0.01, that is 1% level of significance. And from both the levels, the calculated Z value is much more higher. Hence we say the null hypothesis H0 is rejected under both the levels of significance for this particular situation. Understood? So the null hypothesis that say that the data reveal a significant difference between the two cities is rejected. It does not reveal a significant difference. Understood? It does reveal a significant difference because the null hypothesis says no significant difference, but it does reveal a significant difference between the two in respect to payment between the two quotas. Okay, so two quota students. So this is how you can apply the formula and then find a compare the values of Z with the standard values and give your inference. Understood?